What is good, YouTube? What is good? Welcome into another show. Once again, LastWord Productions. I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. As you all know, I always get the last word. So, we here tonight, not Monday, Thursday night football on right now. Dolphins came out swinging, man. 7-0 early for those who aren't watching the game. They looked pretty solid on their first drive, had a good kick return to set them up in good field position. So, just in case anyone was curious about that and wonder what that game was looking like over there, that's what we got so far. The Bills seem to be going downfield themselves right now. But with all that being said, for those who are tuning in, be sure to hit like and subscribe on the channel. Be sure to follow on all platforms: Instagram, TikTok, of course, YouTube, where we are live right now, Facebook, we everywhere, man. Last Word Productions is the handle across the board. So, with all that being said, Mike, man, the first thing I want to get into, man, I got to get into this whole debacle right now that's going on with Pat Bev and Trey Young. Pat Bev, for those who don't know, Pat Beverly has shared some pretty interesting comments about Trey Young in regards to Trey Young. And he didn't really say anything that was, to say the least, beneficiary to Trey Young's and his legacy. So I'm gonna quote him exactly. I don't want to say anything out of the side of my neck. But Pat Bev, and I quote, said, "I don't think he's won enough to even speak to me. He's been to the playoffs 3 times. I've been to the playoffs 9. My first 7 years, I didn't miss the playoffs at all. I've talked to people who played in Atlanta. They don't want to play there. Why? They don't think he's a good leader. They don't think he's a good teammate. You can make all the money you want. You can have all the leading assists you want. You can do all that. If you don't win, that stuff, for the lack of a better term, won't matter if you don't win. When you retire, they're going to forget your name." And Kevin Durant responded saying, "It's getting out of hand, man. You sound delusional, whatever." And Trey Young said what he said in response to all of this on his own podcast. And the response Trey Young gave was, "What have you won? You were here 24 in your first. You were 24 in your first year in the NBA. 7 points and 2 assists. You win playing games and stand on the scores table acting like it's a championship." And he proceeded to say he also called them easy pickings. He said, "I promise you, anytime you was on a court with me, I was never scared of you. I was never scared of Patty Bev." So, what's your thoughts on all that, Mike? Man, what you make of all that?
No. All right, so I'm gonna start it, but I'm gonna set the table by saying this: Pat Bev is a West Side of Chicago nigga, bro. What that means is, I myself am a West Side of Chicago nigga. What that means is, you learn the hoop by playing defense, full court pressure, you getting up in niggas, pause, and you locking shit down. On top of at the other end, going to get you a bucket. Now, people see Pat Bev and they look at him in the NBA, 7 points, whatever the case is. But Pat Bev, like most players who grow up and come through high school, who are, McDonald's All-Americans or whatever the case is,
Yeah.
Pat Bev was averaging 30 in high school.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bucket at Arkansas as well. He got to the league, and that was no longer his role. We've seen a lot of guys get to the league and their role change. They go from being scorers in college, scorers in high school. People we personally know, or people that we watched growing up, or maybe played against ourselves in high school, depending on who we're talking about. And they get to the league and their role change. So whenever people automatically go to that, "Oh, what did you do? You averaged 7 points a game, 2 assists. Okay, cool. But how long did the man play in the league doing that?" Pat Bev was known as a defender. He made an All NBA defensive team, multiple, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I know for sure he made at least one. So he was a star in his role. And that's something that he talks about a lot. I listen to his podcast as well sometimes. He talk about that all the time. Be a star in your role, bro. I'm on a court with AD, Bron, Luca, whoever. Hell no, I'm not finna get 10, 15 shots a game to average 20, 25 points a game. It's not gonna happen. I'm in LA with the Clippers. I'm playing with Kawhi and PG. You think I'm finna get 10, 15 shots a game to average 20? Hell no. So it's like, what would you do scoring wise argument, I think, is corny. I personally think that it's always been a lot around Trey Young as far as people criticizing him personally, whether it's him, he's not a winner, he's not a good teammate, all this other stuff. Personally, I like Trey Young's game. I like how he plays. He's undersized as hell, and he get a bucket. Granted, he's only went to the playoffs 3 times, but he took his team to the conference finals as the best player on that team. So in that regard, I think Pat is wrong because TRAE carried that team. He sent motherfuckers home. Niggas was hitting half court threes on the Knicks in the playoffs, all kind of shit. So like when he got to the playoffs, he didn't shrink. He performed well. I'm sure he's had bad playoff games. We could all pull him, but he's done his job for the most part, getting that team who nobody saw going to a conference finals. Nobody before that season picked Atlanta to do anything, and he took
Mm-hmm.
them to the conference finals. So I think to say he's not a good player or not a good leader, we can't speak to what kind of leader he is. Like he said, Pat said he talked to niggas in the locker room. I don't know Pat personally just from his comments on any NBA circles for people to ever come back and be like, "Oh, Pat, you a liar. That never happened," kind of thing. So if he's saying he talked to people, Trae Young might have teammates that's talking behind his back, which is also corny because as a man, put your name on it. But other than that, I think they both just it's just a lot of woofing back and forth, a little friendly banter that's not so friendly no more, which is why Katie said it's going a little too far. They getting a little personal probably in the comments and in the responses and whatnot. But just keep it basketball. Like, and if it's that deep, I'm saying Pat get on the roster, and when you see Trae, make sure you guard the nigga full court and see what's gonna happen. He said he wasn't ever scared of you, right? So when y'all get on the court, make sure that's your matchup. You're point guard, so make sure you pick him up and see what happens.
Right. My thing is with this is the thing. I get it. I get it. The whole high school argument. All these guys can get a bucket. Roles change, or you feel me? What you're asked to do for the betterment of the team changes. The thing is, though, with Patrick Beverly, man. Listen, Pat Bev was good at what he did. I'm not gonna take that from him. He was a good defender, one of the more pesky and annoying players in the league from a perspective of he was not only going to be in your face, but he was also going to be in your head because he was a guy that talked a lot. He wanted to play those mental games. He wanted to get under your skin, whatever the case may be. But Pat Bev has never been a bucket in the league, and we're talking about just the league. I'm not saying he wasn't one once upon a time, but this is a guy that defense was left open to shoot the ball. Like this wasn't a guy who people was game planning for in any way or capacity. This isn't a guy that was a main cog in a lot of these playoff runs he was a part of because his years in Houston was forgettable. I mean, was he solid with Houston? Of course. But
Yeah,
we all know what it was. James Harden was the guy, and he was the reason they were where they were. Like that's it, point blank, period. And
fair enough.
when you get to the Clippers teams, we're talking about the man playing with PG and Kawhi, Montrezl Harrell, Lou. Like it's like you had a lot of talent around
And
you,
some
gang.
boys with him for sure.
So it's like we can't speak as if he's the main cog or one of the bigger contributors to why these teams where they were and why he was in the playoffs 9 years versus Trae Young 3 years. You're not asked to be what Trae Young is. And all the respect to Pat Bev, he can't do what Trae Young can do. And again, that's all respect
Fair
to
enough.
him. But Trae Young is one of the better, not only just scorers in this league, but just downright playmakers in this league. And that's something Pat Bev can never say he was ever at any point in his career. So the fact that we're saying, or he's saying, I should say, that Trae Young is someone whose name will be forgotten once he retires. Like, man, what do you think yours will be? Like, let's just be so dead ass. Like, I'm not saying that to disrespect Pat Bev in any way, shape, or form. I'm really not. But I'm legit curious. Like, what is like? It kind of remind me of the Asante Samuel comments, man, and how Asante Samuel was speaking about how like he felt like he had an argument to be better than Deion Sanders and stuff like that because he felt as if he had better interception numbers and numbers speaks for themselves, etc. And to me, that was just outlandish. But he did lose my. Hopefully, he comes back up. But I just personally think Pat Bev is he's trying to stir the pot, and it's clear as day that's what he's doing, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
I do take it in the same light as I did the Sante Samuel comments about Deion Sanders because it's like, man, you know what you were, bro. You know what you were. You're not in that same tier or ballpark with these guys. You're not.
thought was dead ass though. He said, "Who's to
But
say he was
the
better than
thing,
me?"
But the thing is like, dog, we got the tape, bro. We got the film.
Hey,
Like
at the
it's
end of
like
the day,
we don't need
we
to
can go watch this
need
shit.
to embarrass you like that, bro. We don't. Oh, Tua just fumbled, but
He got it
we
back.
don't need to embarrass you like that, dog. Like you got the film. We got the film. The world seeing you play for however long Sante Sanders played for. The world seeing Pat Bell play for however long he played for. We know what you are. You're not that upper echelon player. You're not
Nah,
that. You've never been that. So
never heard nobody mention that
to
nigga
me
in
it's
the top
baffling.
10 ever.
He's never been top 10. He's never been a top 10 point guard. If we're being real, he's never been that. And it's okay. I'm not saying that to say he's a bad player. He's not.
Nah,
But
he's a great role player.
we gotta see, and this is why this is my biggest gripe with retired basketball NBA players specifically. Because for whatever reason, the dudes who come out the league, like it seems like it don't matter what generation. Like whether it's the older generation, whether it's the younger generation, whether it's the generation that's about to be surpassed or whatever. It seems as if these dudes really don't. They be living in glory days they never lived. Like you see the same shit with Brandon Jennings. You see this shit with Scottie
Sean
Pippen,
McCants for sure.
Rashad McKenna. Like it's like, bro, like who do, even Gil at times. I don't like Gil, but it's like, bro,
Nah, I
who
think
do
Gil got a look. Gil, I give Gil more of a leg up because Gil carried it. Gil was the man on 18 and carried him. Now, well, not for that gun situation. Who knows what happened? But Gil carried the team. He just
man,
ran.
Gil
Yeah, he
never.
didn't do. I'm not saying they did great, fantastic things, or whatever. But they were solid. And realistically speaking, they just ran into young Bron. Shit, when Bron was finally coming of age.
Man, listen, man.
But
Gil
them
had a
niggas for sure.
solid
Them type of niggas
team.
is crazy.
Gil had a solid team, just like Tracy had a solid team. Just like who other dude be talking on Saturday
No, I
night?
ain't gonna lie. Now, I feel like real shit. If you swap Gil on them Houston teams, Gil do more with them teams than Tracy did, in my personal opinion. One, because he was healthier. Two, because he wasn't shrinking in playoff series like that. Tracy had too many series where he just would disappear or start scoring late and pile on at the end of the game, and everybody like, oh shit, Tracy had 35. Yeah, nigga, we got 20 in the fourth when they was down 25. Like it's too late now.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is a lot of these players be misremembering what they were.
For sure.
Gil, I believe Gil is one of those. If you feel me, teach them because I think Gil be talking as if he was really like that for real. Gil was nice, but he wasn't one of
It
the
was
best
like
players
that
the
though.
game's ever seen. He was nice, but he was
He's
not.
definitely one of the best point guards in the league at his
He
prime,
was
in
not.
my opinion.
Yeah, at that time, but he's not anyone that's going to. He wasn't better than what Trae Young is today. He wasn't. He wasn't that.
That would be an
Yeah,
interesting conversation. Gil look Trae Young at the
yeah,
apex.
yeah. It was not what Trae Young is today. He's not. And Gail was extremely talented. He was a trendsetter for real. Like he was one of the pioneers of the bigger guards
He
of
was
the
the
league.
first. He was really one of the first combo guards. That term combo guard really started because of him. The point guard that
Exactly. But
wasn't
the
passing
thing
that
is,
motherfucker was
it
really.
never translated on the court. Even even with his whole gun incident, it never translated on the court. It never happened. It never clicked for him like it would other young players.
Hmm, I disagree, but I feel you.
But hey
I
man,
think
listen,
that's the
at
way.
the end of the day, we going back to Pat Bear. Pat Bear was never that. And
No,
I
not
love
indeed.
Pat
So
Bear. I
I do
love
too.
Pat Bear. But
I
he was
think he
never
do
that.
this shit on purpose. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like you said, the nigga was known as a pest. I feel like he do this to get under them niggas' skin. Man, every time a nigga argue with Pat Bev, you lose. You know why? Because he don't care. He don't care that you gonna say he averaged 7. He don't care that you gonna say he wasn't the guy on the team. He don't care. That shit don't change. Nothing he gonna say. And the nigga, one thing I do like about him, he willing to play a nigga. Wiggle Lacey's up right now. What's up? We can play 1-on-1 right now. So it's like, realistically
Oh yeah,
speaking,
I do respect him about that because he
he
definitely let
won't.
Brandon
Yeah, he
Jennings
won't.
know.
And Brandon Jennings is sorry ass nigga. He was good for like 3 years in the league, if that. And I'm being nice.
I about to say I don't even think he was good for 3 years.
He wasn't.
I give him
Bro was
maybe
supposed to be
two.
the next great lefty.
Maybe.
Bro was supposed to be
He
the next
maybe
great
had
lefty.
to.
Couldn't get into college. Took his ass to Italy. Averaged point 0.6 points a game. Got his ass drafted top 10 by the Bucks. Had that 55-point game as a rookie, and that we ain't had shit else.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Remember, man, he thought he was. Okay, remember they paired
He
him
was
with
Jordan. He
Monte
was
and them
Jordan
boys.
after that.
I'm about to say, remember they paired him with Monte Ellis, thinking it was gonna do something for Milwaukee. They ran into that young nigga from Chicago, and it was just over with from there. So it
Tore
was
his
like,
ass clean up. He ran. Nigga had the D-roll fool like a lot of them niggas used to catch. And we couldn't do shit. We couldn't stay in front of him. Couldn't slide by. He couldn't even reach on him to foul him, man. He was getting killed.
exactly, it was bad. But hey, man, last thing I'm saying in regards to the whole Pat Beal situation and Trae Young situation. At the end of the day, these guys are two of some of the best athletes the world will see because at the end of the day they played at the top level. But I feel like more respect has to be put on Trae Young's name. I think he gets disrespected entirely too much because
I agree.
this is a guy that's been pretty much the sole reason why Atlanta is still relevant. Like there's Atlanta has no other reason to why people would even speak on Atlanta. Yeah, they got Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah, Jalen Johnson is becoming something. He looks like a good 3-and-D wing. Like
Dyson Daniels a good defender at the
yeah,
two. Dyson Daniels a good, you know what I'm saying? But that's it. Trey
exactly.
Young
So
is
it's
an easy
like
target, bro. He undersized, he light skinned, undersized, goofy looking, and niggas like to talk shit. But when it come to putting that bitch in the basket and making plays, he do that shit at an extremely high level, and niggas gotta start respecting him. It's too much casual shit going on. Like, well, he averaged 25-11. That's it. It's like, nigga, what you mean? Like, how many niggas is doing that? Not a lot. And then the excuse on the flip, first is the team not good. So if the team's not good and I'm still averaging double-digit assists with these bums, does that not vote well for how I'm setting them up for opportunities to get easy bucket? Because it's just like it's always an excuse when it comes to him. I don't like that. It's a lot of other point guards in the league that get praised for doing the same, if not less than what he's done, and I think it's corny.
for sure, I agree with that for sure. Because I think again, I think Trey Young is underrated for what he is. I think people speak about Trey Young because he hasn't been relevant in terms of like the main events, the playoffs, conference finals. Like if he hasn't been on those stages, so a lot of people are starting to etch him out of these conversations because he's not on a franchise or part of a franchise, I should say, that's a successful one. So a lot of people are contributing that to well, maybe you can't build a championship team around a guard that's 6'2". Like maybe you can't do it. And
Ain't nobody trying to go to Atlanta either, though. People got to factor shit like that in. Like, it sounds good to say a nigga ain't got a team or they sorry or whatever, but like, you got to be able to attract free agents too. And as much as like Hollywood as Atlanta the city is, niggas don't want to play for the Hawks, bro.
yeah,
The last time they got a big free agent was Joe Johnson, bro.
yeah. I mean,
So
they big free agent signings has been what Clint Capella,
yeah,
uh,
getting him back for the second time, like,
yeah, Clint
yeah,
Capella,
that's not nobody's
Kristaps Porzingis getting traded
lining
there. I
up to
mean,
play there. And I want to see what they look like. Honestly, with them two on the court, I think they should play them at the same time and see. Because Kristaps can play on the perimeter a little bit too. I would play them both at the same time just to see what it looked like with Trey Young in the pick and roll with both of them going downhill. Kristaps picking, popping, Capella downhill, and just see what happens. I think
we'll
they could
see,
be
man.
good this year in the East. The East ain't really hitting on that, so
We'll see. They got a slid of a chance. We'll see. But let's
yeah.
move off into the next topic, man. I want to speak on some football now. You feel me? It's that season. But let's get into the week. We're gonna talk about a little bit of week 2 and what happened. And it's some O2 teams on the board right now, Mike, that a lot of people didn't think would start on 2. So I'm gonna list off some of the teams that to you that have not won a game yet, and I want you to tell me whether or not you think who you think has the best chance to make the playoffs amongst these teams.
For
So
sure.
you got the Chiefs, you got the
Definitely.
Bears, you
No.
got Houston. So out of
Yes.
those 3 teams, who has the best chance of making the playoffs?
The best out of the three would be Houston just because they're in the weakest division. And they've lost two very close games. Like, it's not like they're getting their ass beat. The Chiefs, I still think will make the playoffs also. but they got it tougher because the Broncos are good, the Chargers look really good so far,
Yeah,
and
they do.
AFC is loaded. Like more than likely, you might get two teams from the West in the playoffs. You might get. I got Houston still winning the South, so Houston to get in from the South. The Bills will get in from the East, and then in the North, you got two probably coming out of the North. Probably Pittsburgh and Baltimore, depending on how Jake Browning looks. Jake Browning might catch fire and they keep winning until Joe get back. That's a different story. But for now, you know, yeah. So I think Houston, just because they're in a weaker division, the Titans, the Colts look great, but that shit's not gonna last, bro. Niggas just living in fucking Google Gaga land with that shit. That shit's not gonna last. Hate to burst niggas' bubbles, but it's not happening. Daniel Jones for an entire season is not playing at that level. We've never seen him do it, so he would have to do it for me to believe it. We've seen CJ play at a top five level, and I think once his weapons get back healthy, he'll be all right. They definitely got to protect my dog though. That shit is getting out of hand, bro. Like some of the shit I saw in that game, watching them play Tampa Bay was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like literally from as soon as the snap touched his fucking hands, bro, he was having to damn near do 360s while the ball still coming because niggas is coming from everywhere. It just is they should have never traded like I don't get trading Tunsil and then you draft a rookie to replace him. Like he was already getting cooked with Tunsil last year, so then you take him away, and I don't know what you expect that offense to do. But Houston definitely they're in the worst division. Jacksonville, Trevor's a bum. Daniel Jones not playing at that level, and Cam Ward is a rookie. I'm not picking none of them niggas over CJ. So
We're gonna see, man. I mean, right now the Colts do look good. It looks solid, so we'll see. But if I had to pick a team to still make the playoffs, it would be Houston for me as well because of pretty much the same reasons you saying. I mean, the division is not the strongest. Daniel Jones may come back down to earth very much so soon rather than later. And I'm not a believer in any other team in that division right now. So the Chiefs, however, have a tougher road because the Broncos defense will be good. Bo Nix hasn't looked good to start the season, but I feel as if he'll find his footing again. And I think the Chargers are showing that they might be someone to really actually answer to this year. So we'll see how that works out. But in my
yeah,
honest
like Trevor
opinion,
Lawrence just lost a game to Jake Brown and he had a lead in. Like I don't, yeah. You was up
yeah,
14
Jake
points.
Browning,
Jake Brown they come in, you up 31-17, and you blow it.
yeah,
No
and
thanks.
don't forget the best in the business show. Why he the best in the business? That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean,
Yeah, he
hey,
showed up for sure. He showed up for sure.
13 catches, 165, and what a touchdown. I mean, hey, with Drake
Yeah,
Browning at
two.
quarterback.
Not for real. Jake said, I know he'll put down there somewhere.
I mean,
He
hey,
said,
man,
Jamar down there somewhere. Let me just get it to him quick. He'll do the rest.
hey, I'm just saying, best in the
Get it,
business for a
get it
reason.
in his hands and let him cook for sure.
But yeah, I agree with your assessment though, bro. So what? Let me ask you this though. So what team has impressed you the most thus far?
I'm gonna leave the Niners out just because that's my team, so it's gonna sound biased. Honestly, the team that's impressed me the most so far, outside of the Colts, honestly, would be I would have to say probably probably Green Bay, honestly, just because they've looked completely by far and away more dominant than everybody else so far. And I know it's only two games, but just the complete effort on both sides of the ball from both units, both of those units, they've played above their head to my and what I mean for offensively at least because they get injuries. Even they won the game, they lost Jake Reed for 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks with a collarbone. So it's like even while he went down earlier in the game, they still foot on gas, belt the ass, was still putting up points. Josh Jacobs is running the ball at a great level, catching the ball out of the backfield at a high level right now. And then Jordan Love is actually not turning the ball over. So like I would say Green Bay just because they look the most complete and they look the most like cohesive. Even though Micah got there late, they look like the most cohesive team, and they're the youngest team, which is weird. So for them to
Yeah,
look as seasoned as they do,
Yeah,
I gotta agree with you.
that secondary is playing well, man.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, it's because that pass, like I said, you got about 3 seconds, if that, to get rid of that ball, bro. You ain't got a lot of time back there. But honestly, them and being Buffalo for the AFC, Buffalo for sure look like they ready. They already they figured it out. Run James Cook, Josh gonna make the plays. You don't have to have Josh play hero ball no more. He ain't got to play above his head every damn week just for us to win a game. Like just play sound. He don't turn the ball over. He fixed his turnover issues about 3-4 seasons ago. So he's not turning the ball over and he's scoring touchdowns at a high clip. So Buffalo for sure in the AFC, and then I would say Green Bay in the NFC.
Yeah, Buffalo definitely looks like they are primed to make a run right now for sure. But the team that has impressed me the most, I gotta agree with you, man. And I made this claim saying I feel as if Green Bay was primed to make the Super Bowl this year, and they look like they might prove me right now as it
Yeah.
stands. Again, it's early, it's 2 weeks, ain't no one gonna read too much into it. But Jordan Love has been playing well. You know, Josh Jacobs is still looking like Josh Jacobs, still making the first guy miss or breaking the first tackle. You
Every
know, the
time.
defense looked good. The front seven looks damn good. The secondary looks better than what I thought it would look. And they're getting coached by Matt LaFleur, who I said on this very same podcast, I think is underappreciated in this business. So they're looking like a team that can potentially beat anyone in the NFC right now. And again, it's a long season. Who knows what may happen? But they look damn good right now. So I gotta agree with you on your pick about Green Bay because I've been really impressed with them so far.
Yeah, I gotta give them their props. I ain't gonna. I thought you was crazy at first, but so far you look right. So we'll see.
So what about the team that's disappointed you the most? Who you think hasn't looked to what you thought they would could be?
Chicago for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Kansas City, but they got injuries, so I understand. And you got players dropping passes they never dropped that could have won the game. That literally flipped the game. Like, if Kelsey catches that pass, we're having a different conversation. So it's not even you just didn't catch it. You not only did you not catch the shit, but you let the bitch bounce off your arms, go straight to the DB that you had just stiff armed earlier in the game, by the way, holding the ball out here and was pushing bro off like a little child, bro, for a good like a 30-yard gain earlier in the game. And then you turn around, let the ball carry him off your arms, and then now he has an interception, runs the other way for 60 yards. Thank God for Josh Simmons making that play, or he scores. So like I would say the Bears though. They especially after last week, them and the Lions are both on one. They both have something to play for. And you really can't
Yeah,
afford to
but
go down 0-2, but you also can't afford to lose two division games back to back like that.
and
And for
then and
y'all to
then
get
to get 50 put on
blitz,
you.
blitz, bro. I thought they was gonna score 60.
Yeah,
You got
they should have.
destroyed.
They should have.
You got
They
absolutely
should have.
obliterated. Caleb looked terrible. Offense looked terrible. The defense no show. And I try to give him some grace because I understand, Jalen Johnson wasn't playing all that great, but still, bro, everybody else was there. It looked like them boys had never spent no quality time together on the field in any capacity. It was bad. And for them to have that, we thought the NFC, I said personally before the season started, the NFC North was going to be the best division in the football based on the rosters top to bottom, all those teams, and me thinking that the Bears would take a step, even if it was just being above 500, like going 9-8 or 10-7. They look like damn near worse than they looked last year so far, which is crazy because Eberflus was not a good head coach. Great coordinator, not a good head coach. And Ben Johnson's supposed to be the new golden child. The new he was what Josh McDaniels was back in the day for New England type. Like, oh, he's the golden kid, he's the offensive mind, all this. And you ain't not only are you getting killed on defense, bro, you're not even scoring points. So what you're supposed to be great at, it's not happening. And I understand wanting Caleb to learn your system and all these things, bro. But at a certain point, you gotta do what he good at, bro. Until you can get more time with this young man, you've only had one summer with this young man. You gotta just do what he good at right now, bro. Because right now y'all look terrible at everything. He's trying to computerize and compartmentalize everything you want him to do, and it's causing him to play slower. It's causing him to play more timid than he normally would, and it's causing the offense to look hellishly sloppy.
Yeah, and not only that, but the thing with the Bears that seems to trouble me, the like what you're saying is they seem to have taken a step back. Like the defense looks bad. The defense was pretty solid last year, and this was a good unit. So for me, that's troubling if you're a Chicago fan, man, because that was where y'all made y'all bread and butter last year by getting stops, getting Caleb ideal situations. You just needed to fix the offensive play calling. You needed to bring someone in to help him grow as a player, and the offensive line was for sure. But that that doesn't seem to be the issue this year. Right now, it seems to be coaching and this quarterback play, and that's unfortunate, man, because this was a guy who was highly started coming out of college, and he's gonna get nothing but ridicule and just more and more criticism because he was expected to be great, especially after Chicago put Justin Fields on the back burner and said, "Hey, we'll figure it out with this guy, not you." So it's gonna be tough slam for Caleb from here on out, man. But right now, guys, if you are not watching the game, man, the Dolphins are currently down 14-7 to the Bills, 39 for the Fins. I believe they are on their side of the field. Yes, they are. They're on about the 27-yard line. See if they get the first down right now. Tua dropping back. He's trying to roll out. And he incomplete pass, so they're about to punt. Incomplete pass to the left side of the field to Jalen Waddle. So Dolphins came out looking pretty strong and ain't looking strong right now. So that's not here nor there. But we got some we got some other news I want to talk about in terms of what happened in week 2 though. I'm not sure what happened with Mike, but I'm pretty sure he'll be back soon. But in week 2,
I'm here, bro.
oh, okay, I know you. All right. But in week 2, another team that I do want to talk about, I think that has looked good thus far, in my opinion. I do believe the Rams have looked pretty damn good so far. I think Stafford is still trying to figure out the kinks of from his shoulder injury he had on his throwing arm. I believe it was either shoulder injury or elbow. It was one or the other. But still trying to work his way through that. But they look good. Devontae Adams has looked like a godsend for them so far. They have an actual 1A, 1B receiver situation.
They
And
got two on their receiver situation, to be honest. And
exactly.
I hate
And
them boys being a division rival, but they got 2-1.
yeah, exactly. But man, they are, to me, if their defense can just be average, like just okay. If it could just be okay, they're gonna be in every game, man. They're gonna be tough because you got Kyron, Puka, Tay, solid O line, Stafford still doing what he do. Like you got some over there, man. And then, like I said before about McVay, I think McVay a top 3, top 5 coach in this league. I've been saying this. So I just think if they could just figure out the defensive side and get some consistency out of that throughout the season, I think it could get scary. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, we're gonna see, man. Again, it's short season. There's only been 2 weeks so far. We shall see how it plays out for them in their favor. But let's move off into week 3, man. We got the Dolphins and Bills right now. So what game you looking forward to for week 3, Mike? Anything you that caught your attention on the schedule?
Uh, Honestly, I don't have a schedule in front of me, and I probably can get it. But I would say for sure, I want to see if the Niners can continue to win without Brock, without George and Juwan being kind of hobbled out. Even though it was the Saints, they was at home, and the Saints do play defense. I watched that whole game. I just wanted to see like, because honestly, just being a Niner, it's discouraging being a Niner fan because it's just like injuries galore. But Mac Jones looked really good. He didn't force any throws. He made good decisions, good reads. There was times in the game I felt like he was slow, but it's just like that's just who he is. So I had to kind of like temper my expectations, to be honest, about what he was gonna do. But he did good. He got the ball out on time. So if they can get another division win this week against Arizona and San Fran, that'll do us. That'll buy us a lot of kind of like credibility as far as just stocking up wins while these injuries are occurring. Because I think we got the Rams week after that, or the week on a couple weeks. No, it's next week actually. So yeah, we got the Rams week 4. So if we can win 2, 3 division games to start out of the 4th to start the year, that's gonna put us in a good position for when them boys get back healthy. Because then when we see them dudes again later on in the year, after we done kind of caught our stride, I think we'll be all right. I would say this game, Buffalo and Miami, just because I feel like Mike McDaniel's job is kind of on the line here, and I
He
feel
should
like
be
if they
fired after the game.
he
He
should
should be fired.
if they lose he and I feel like if they lose he will be, and
I,
I'll say
I, I
that
don't I don't care if they win
I
by
know you
7.
personally don't care if they
He
win,
should he should be he should be gone.
but I'm
He
just
should
saying if they
he
win
should
they
have to
probably
buy his own
stall him
plane
out.
ticket back.
They gonna stall him out another week. But if they lose, he definitely gonna get fired. And the only reason I say it is well, I feel like he will is because y'all got 2 layups after this, and that'll be a perfect time for an interim coach to kind of get his feet up under him, get a couple wins under his belt, kind of get some confidence,
There's
kind of
nothing that's a
shift the
layup.
culture.
There's nothing that's a layup at this point in this team. There's
Come on.
nothing. There's nothing. There's
All
nothing
right,
for real.
y'all got 2 should be layups based
Yeah,
on the talent on your roster, at least offensively.
yeah,
So
I agree. I agree. I
so
thought the same thing about the Coast game, and they got beat by 25. So I agree. I agree with you,
come
but boy,
on, man.
I
I'm
just don't
so,
know what this team.
so I feel like sometimes you just need a new voice. I think Mike done did everything he could, and I also feel like the offense has regressed over the last couple of seasons under his watch, which should have never happened. I would have never expected that. I'd have expected the defense to have to get better, but I never thought I would see the offense regress. He's from that same tree of LaFleur, Shanahan, what's my dog name? Sean McVay, all them boys under the same tree, same umbrella.
Yeah,
Stefanski, all
all
of them.
under Kyle Shanahan up. Matt LaFleur too. He came from them.
LaFleur, Stefanski, McVay, all of them.
O'Connell,
McDaniel,
now O'Connell, Kevin O'Connell.
O'Connell,
Yeah,
all of them. And they all do good on offense. Even when they don't have starting quarterbacks, they win with backups. They switch strategies. They'll run the ball 40 damn times in the game if they got to. They don't care. They do whatever it takes to win. And I feel like the Dolphins' issue, honestly, is that they abandon the run too quick. Like, everybody knows you got Tyreek and Waddle. So I'm just going to back off and dare you to do something else. I also know your quarterback is nervous back there. So I'm going to just back off. I'm going to play cloud coverage. I'm going to back up off you. I'm going to give you 10, 15 yards of space. I'm going to let my pass rush do what they do. And if you don't get your first read, I know that you probably going to make a mistake or you're going to force a pass. And that's just kind of how they play. I don't know if Tua has peaked or if he can get better with a different voice or a different person behind him to kind of talk him through and walk him through some of these things. Because I think they're fixable. Like, they're very fixable. I don't know if you can do that on the fly in season, but I do think he can fix these things and continue to be a good quarterback or get back to being good to above average, if that makes sense.
uh,
So
I get what you're saying, bro. But let me I'm gonna say this before we move on.
I know
Being a
your
Dolphin fan,
faith is
being a Dolphin fan, I watch this dude every week, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. He's done. He's done. He's never played well against the better teams of the league. He's never rarely ever has he ever played good or great in key moments when you need him the absolute most. And to top that all off, now he plays as if he's scared because now he's had these head injuries, he's had these concussions, he's had these scares. He doesn't look to run out of the pocket or scramble to make plays anymore. He doesn't do those things because he knows he's probably one more hit away from his career possibly being done.
not
And
being paralyzed. Fuck this is a career.
yeah, I mean, for sure, maybe, yeah, for sure. But on top of all of that, we could look at the numbers. We could look at the fact that the dude has now gone the last, I believe, 3 out of 4 games with multiple turnovers and fumbles. We can look at the fact that he's below 400, not 500, 400 against teams with a winning record or playoff teams. We can look at all these things, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to beat the good teams. And since he's
No,
been in
sure.
Miami, the 6 years he's been in Miami, he's had a losing record to playoff teams and teams with above 500 records his entire career. Is not good enough. And that's including when he was at his best. I remember the San Fran games. I remember Green Bay. I remember Tennessee.
Yeah.
I remember the Chargers. I remember these games. I remember him coming up short, missing passes, misreads, interceptions. I remember these shits. Is
So how
is
do you
is
fix the
is
Dolphins?
bigger is bigger than just fixing woes. This is who he is. and it's
So
time
now
to accept it.
how would you fix the Dolphins? Like I know you pay attention to your team
I
for
will
sure.
blow this shit. I will blow this shit to smithereens. I told him this shit.
I think y'all need to get rid of that finesse and get some rugged ugly niggas in there
Listen,
for real. No
I
pun
will
intended.
blow this shit to smithereens.
So
I
you're
will
trading
blow it up.
everybody.
Yeah, I
Reek,
told Larry this.
Waddle.
I mean, listen, I told Larry this last year. Whoever calls for who, have them. If the deal is good, take them. Take them. What, bro? You gave. Listen, Mike. They gave Tua $200 million. He making 44, 45 million this season. They gave Tyreek $30 million. They gave Waddle 25. They gave Ramsey 25. He ain't even playing in the uniform. They gave Xavier Howard money. He ain't even playing in the uniform. They gave money to Zach Sealer. I haven't heard a nigga name in 3 games. It's over. Let it go. It's okay. It failed. But it's not okay to keep trying to do the same thing. Think it's gonna work. Like they can quite literally trade all these dudes away and get something for a lot of these dudes and start over. It's okay to say it didn't work. It's okay.
Yeah,
but
it's
not okay. It's not okay to keep going thinking the shit gonna fix itself. It's not. It's been 6 years since you drafted the guy. You haven't won a playoff game. You haven't won a division game. It's done. I mean, not division game. You haven't won a division title. It's done. It's over. Because Josh Allen not going nowhere. You got to see him for the next 7 years at least. At least.
Yeah, 27, 28 now. So he gonna play till he's 35. 38 probably. So yeah, you got to see him for the next decade.
So it's like you. So what you gonna do? You gonna walk in every Sunday with Tua against Josh Allen and against Drake May, who seem to be figuring it out? Like, well,
I ain't gonna lie.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Sit Tua, no bullshit. I trade everybody like you said, but I would sit Tua, play yours, so you can get the worst draft pick possible. Just like you said, blow it up. I trade everything in the all season or leading up to the trade deadline, even now if you can. Get as many assets as you can, get them young guys on the field so you can see if they getting cut this summer or not, and go from there.
Yeah.
I'll call the Browns to keep the tires on Shador, see if they might be willing to maybe let him slide.
He's traded to be traded for the second season. For sure. The base head coach needs fired too. I mean, listen, man.
No, yeah, McDaniel gotta go too.
Greer, McDaniel, Tua, Tyreek, it don't matter. The water boy, the towel boy, the laundry boy, they all can go. All of them. Like, I'm done.
Driver, everybody gotta go, huh?
It's over. It's done. It's
so
over.
Who would you like to see replace him as head coach though?
You said say it again?
If you could have any head coach you want, who would you pick to replace him?
I mean, if I had to choose a head coach,
that'll probably be available. So think of like the coordinators this year.
I'm about to say I got to look at the names, man. I got to look at the names. I don't know, but I wanted Mike Vrabel really bad to come here, but I knew that wasn't happening. I knew that was just wishful thinking.
Yeah, that level of that would have been perfect. That level of toughness and accountability would have did y'all justice for sure. I still can't believe Tennessee let them go and they ain't been shit. I mean, they been trash ever since.
You right.
Man, after he got you to the playoff game and got you in position to beat Pat, and just because niggas wasn't tackling and letting Pat scramble for 15, 20 yards at a time, you fire him like that's his fault. That's crazy.
Yeah. He said take Tomlin off our hands. Man, no, I don't want Tomlin. I've been critical of Tomlin for the last 6 years, gang. You know
coach swap, my boy. Go on, swap him out and see what happens. Yeah. He might do good in that warm weather, man. Go on, coach swap him out, man.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I don't know who they're gonna get.
Bill could slide back. What if Bill come back?
Bill who? Belichick?
Yeah.
Hell no. He ain't coming to Miami. He is not coming to Miami.
I'm just saying he come back to the league, bro. You might put a call in.
He not coming back. He's
Chapel Hill ain't all that. It ain't better than Miami. It ain't better than
he gonna come back. He gonna come back to the league. He ain't coming back to Miami again. He's not going to Miami.
Bill
he
Petty
might.
to
he might not think about it, but I doubt it. I don't think I don't think his personality meshes well with the ownership. I
Don't
don't
know
think
personality mesh well with that ownership. That's why they keep hiring the type of coaches they keep hiring. You got rid of Flores,
exactly.
who was tougher, and then you went the Miracle Whip route, and bro been soft as I don't know what ever since. That team has no tough.
You're not wrong about that. But I want to get off into what I think would be game of the year, man. I mean, not game of the year, game of the week, and I think it's the Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. Monday Night Football. You got two
Ooh,
heavy hitters, two teams that are pretty much viewed as the creme de la creme of their conferences. You know, at the very least, they're viewed as the top three teams of their conferences in their respective conference. And these are teams that are pretty much both trying to make sure they stay relevant. They're both 1-1. They both had disappointing week one losses, not for the same reasons, but just because they both didn't start off the way they wish they could have. And they're going to Baltimore, so you're going to see how Detroit looks on the road early. And I don't know. I want to see what the Ravens are made of for real. I don't. They secondary to me, in my opinion, has not looked good this season. Yeah, I understand they went up and they beat the brakes off of Cleveland. It's Joe Flacco, gang. I mean, I don't.
right.
I'm
That's
not.
it.
I'm not moved by that. But we're gonna see, man. But I firmly believe that's gonna be the game to watch this week. But
Who
with
you
all that
got in
being
that game?
said, I got the Ravens though. I got the
I'm
Ravens.
gonna
I
ta-
think the Ravens.
I'm gonna take Detroit. I think they done figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you say that. I can definitely see them getting the better of the matchup because Detroit has
I
receivers.
think
They
their
have
defense is
playmakers.
gonna play more stout than Baltimore defense. Like seeing Baltimore give up 40 something, um, even though Detroit got beat the hell week one, they still didn't give up 40.
Yeah, you're right about that.
So
But hey, man,
we'll see. It depends on how terrible Jared Goff might be.
that's a listen. Y'all know how I feel about Jared Goff, so I ain't gonna say. Listen,
That's your boy. What you
I don't
mean?
know why, I don't know why, I don't know why folks thought Jared Goff was just like that for real. This man just played for.
He a good quarterback, bro. He top 10
He's
right
okay.
now.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
With the
No,
way he's
Mike,
playing, he's top 10, bro. I'm
Mike,
sorry.
he's not.
I know
He's
you
not.
don't like it.
He's not top 10.
He was top 10, bro. We did the
No,
list, bro. The
no, he
man
is
top
not,
10.
Mike. No, he
He
is
might
not.
be at
He
10, but he's 10, bro.
he's not top 10.
There's
He's
not
not
10
top 10.
quarterbacks that play better than him in
Yes,
the league right
yes,
now.
yes, it is.
All right, name the 10 that play better than him right now. That
All
play
right,
better.
all right. Look,
Not, not that you just like better, that play better.
I'm,
Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
name him. I'm
Go
gonna name
ahead.
him. You got Mahomes. We know the top four. The top
He's
four is
been
split.
terrible the last 2 years.
He's
If we're
better.
being honest,
He's still better than Jared Goff.
he hasn't played better.
He's
We
so
got to be
if you
honest,
went
bro. He
into a
hasn't
game
played
tomorrow.
better.
No, hold on. If you went into a game tomorrow, who's your quarterback between the two?
We talking about who's played better now.
No, Mike. That's not. If
You're
you can't
changing
say
no
you
because
can't
I'm
say
gonna
you gonna
consider
take
all
no.
time accomplishments, bro. So I'm gonna say
You
Mahomes
can't
based on
say
that.
you gonna take the dude, but then say the other dude is better.
I didn't
Come
say
on now.
I
That's
would
not how that
take him.
works.
I'm just saying Mahomes has not played
So
better
you
over
saying
the
Mahomes
last
not
2
over
years.
golf right now?
That's not what I said. I said he has not played better over the last 2 seasons.
Okay, so he's over him still. You still will rank him
Okay,
over
sure.
him.
Take you go. You
Okay,
got Mahomes,
okay, you got
Josh,
Mahomes, Lamar, Josh, Burrow,
Joe, Lamar.
you got Stafford, you got Baker, you got Jaden Daniels,
You got
you
who?
got Jaden Daniels. Come on, come on, Mike.
All right, you said who else? We'll go back to that one. Who else?
Come on, Mike. You telling me
To me, come on, Jaden don't look good so far this year either. What you talking about?
he's last year from Jaden Daniels looked better than any version of Jared Goff we've ever seen.
Jared Goff last year statistically was still better than Jaden Daniels.
And
We like Jaden Daniels
we're not
more.
talking about just numbers though.
We
The
not
numbers don't
they
tell the
they
full
were the
story.
number one seed, bro. We have to he was responsible for a lot of that. We have to we can't just
Yeah,
ignore that.
he was the biggest reason why they lost to the same Commander team.
That's fine. He was forcing trying to make throws pressing because they had injuries. We get it. He looked like dog-ish. I'm not debating that. I'm not denying that. But to say that somebody is better when they have not played better, it's not accurate. Jaden Daniels hasn't played better this year. This year for sure.
I'm not saying he's
Even
playing.
last year he didn't play
I'm
better.
not
It
saying
looked
he's
better because he was
necessarily
a rookie
playing
with no
better. I'm saying he's the
expectations.
better player. That's what I'm saying. He's the better
I don't
player.
think he plays the quarterback position yet better than Jared, but I
I
understand
I
that.
don't even think that's debatable.
Okay, so
Okay.
who else?
Jalen Hurts is better.
Okay,
Justin Herbert. I said Herbert already.
yeah, that's 8.
Then you got Baker.
You already said Baker. Baker in there.
Oh, I said Baker.
Yep,
You don't think Purdy better than him?
better than Golf right now. That's debatable to me, and that's no all bias aside. It's debatable to me. I've seen Brock do more with less, but at the same time, I don't
That
know.
better than
Even
Jared Goff too.
they even to me, but I respect it
No,
if
they
you say
not.
that.
Oh my
They
God, no,
are,
they not.
bro. How they not?
No, Jared Goff is
First of
playing.
all, Dak don't even
Mike,
Dak don't
Mike.
even be healthy, bro, for you
Jared
to make
Goff
that
is
statement.
playing with the most loaded offensive group in the
Bro,
last
Dak has
2 to
had
3
loaded
years.
offenses,
Gang.
bro.
Like
What are you talking?
if you put Dak on Detroit, they would have won the NFC Championship game.
No, you can't say that.
He ain't
You
throwing
literally
3
can't
interceptions
say that. The man turns into a pumpkin in the playoffs. You cannot say that.
because the team around him fails him.
Bro, the
We seen
man
the San Francisco
has
games.
had weapons and still underperform. And on top of the fact that he's not even durable. I hope he stay healthy because I like him. I don't have no beef with that. But Dak don't even be healthy for you to make that statement. He has to be available, bro.
What
The
Mike
nigga playing
when he's
8 out
had
of
his team
16
playing
games,
well around him, he's led them to 12 plus win seasons,
and
and
he's
he
never
hasn't
had a
had
better
nearly the amount
season.
of talent
He's
that Jared
never
Goff has
led
had.
them to a. He's even with all them injuries on the defensive side of the ball last year that Jared Goff had, he still led his team to 15 wins, 2 losses, and number 1 seed in the NFC.
That's because they had a two-headed monster at running back
That's
carrying the
not the
load. He
only
was
reason,
facing
bro.
the
The man
softest
had
coverages
over
in the
30
league.
some touchdown passes and some more shit. It wasn't just because of the running back.
Mike, come on, bro. You got to add context to it, bro. You know
Bro,
this.
yes, there's
He was
context. The context is
he was
even when Dak
throwing
Prescott.
the ball into some of the weakest
Okay,
coverages we've
so when Dak
seen.
Prescott had the best running back in the league, which was Zeke for about a good 4 or 5 years span, is that fair to say Zeke might have been the best back in the league for 4 or 5 years? Is that fair? 3 or 4, at
Yeah,
least
that's
3.
fair.
Okay, 4 or 5 years. What was he doing? He finished. He had 2 really great seasons, which was his rookie season, and then the year he finished second or third in MVP, which was like 2 or 3 seasons ago or something like that. No, it was 3 seasons ago. 2 seasons ago, they win 12 games and get to the playoffs and get blitzed by Green Bay. Last year he gets hurt again. They don't make the playoffs. This year so far he's playing very well. I like it. I like how he's playing this year for sure. But if you're not available, I cannot then put you over a dude that's been healthy and playing. I can't. I might like you more, but realistically speaking, it's not accurate. You're not even healthy. You're not available. If you're not available, I don't care what your talent say you
But
can do. You're not playing. You're
but
not
you
even on the field.
But you're speaking on who's been available, who's the availability, the best ability. We're
Yes,
saying
he's
who's the
playing
better.
the quarterback position
We're
better
saying who's
right
the
now.
better player. Who's the better
I
player?
don't
That's what
think
I'm
Dak
at. Who's the
Prescott's
better
the better
quarterback?
player.
And
What
why
does he
is he
do?
not?
What does
You
he do
tell me
better?
what Jared? No, listen. You tell me what Jared Goff does better than Dak Prescott.
Jared Goff is a
Please.
better action passer. He's more
No, he is
accurate.
not. No.
Yes,
Oh
he
my
is.
God.
Yes, he is.
No, he
That's
is not.
literally his specialty,
No,
bro.
he is
Yes.
not.
Play action is Jared Goff's wheelhouse, bro. Yes, bro. You can look at the numbers in play action alone.
But
Yes, it is, bro. I'm
play
telling you.
action. Okay, fine. I
Play
will give you that.
action for
I'll give you that.
sure.
I'll give you that. What up? Tell me
He's more
what he does
accurate.
on the field better.
He's more accurate. He has more
No, he's not.
touchdowns.
No, he's
Yes,
not.
he is.
He's not more accurate.
He had a higher completion percentage.
He has a higher completion percentage because he's facing softer coverages, Mike.
Okay. So this is what I
Amon
don't
St. Brown
understand.
has been a
This is what I so
two-time
this is my
back-to-back
only
first team
problem.
All-Pro
When we talk
receiver, right?
about quarterbacks, this is my only problem. We do this shit all the time and then we change the conversation or change the context depending on the topic of conversation. I don't dictate the damn coverage that's playing against me. My job is to complete passes, to throw touchdowns, and to not turn the fucking ball over. That's my job. If a nigga want to back off and play 15 yards off, that's their fucking problem. I'm not gonna go to their DC and say, "Hey, press cover so my shit look better on ESPN tonight when we win." Like that's dumb as hell. You cannot. That's not his problem.
And I'm not saying it is his problem, but at the end of the
So
day,
he's not the only
that
quarterback playing
stuff
soft
matters
coverages
though. We
either.
still have to take into account what they're facing and what teams
Okay,
are going to take away what
he's
they do
playing
best.
at a high level, regardless of who they've played, with the exception of the NFC Championship game. He played at a high level all season. He had 2 shitty games. The NFC Championship game and that game against the Texans, and they still came back and won that game because he was throwing touchdown passes to win the game. The nigga had 4 picks in the first half. He still won that game. So one of the 2 worst performances he had, he still was the reason they won that game. It wasn't because of the run game. Houston was locking that shit up. He was throwing touchdown passes. He was throwing that bitch all over the place. So we can't sit up and say on one hand, when you playing softer coverages, and then even when the nigga play
I
bad,
never
he
said
still
I
won one
never
of the two
said the
games.
man never played well. I never said he never played well and
He's
didn't have good
played
games. What I'm
better, more
saying is,
consistently than Dak Prescott has played.
and I don't agree with that. I think he just plays for the
That's
better
fine,
team.
but
That's you
you
playing for the
can't
better
penalize
team
me for
and
who I got
having
on my
better
team.
games
That's
does
not
not
my
make you a
problem.
better player.
I'm not going to be penalized because of the team that got drafted around me.
I'm
I'm
not
not a damn
penalizing
GM.
him. What I'm saying is
Okay,
he went.
so Dak's had really good teams. They won 12, 13 games back-to-back years, and they've still done nothing when it came time to get to the playoffs.
What has Jared Goff done? We talking as if Jared Goff is
Jared
winning the
Goff went to
Super
the
Bowl.
Super Bowl with two different teams. Jared Goff went to the NFC Championship game, lost to us last year.
Jared Goff went to the Super
Went
Bowl with
back to
what
the
two
NFC
different teams?
Championship game this year, and then
What Super
not
Bowl
this year,
did Jared Goff
divisional
go to
round. My
other than
bad.
with the Rams?
Not Super Bowl. I'm saying NFC Championship game, not Super Bowl. That's my fault. He went to the Super Bowl with the Rams.
And he went to a Super Bowl with the Rams, and the Rams said he's not good enough to be our
And that's
quarterback.
fine,
That
but he
tells
still
you all
got
you
them
need to
there.
know.
He was in the running for offensive awards that year nationally in the football league. He was in the running for those awards. Granted, what's name
Gang,
was the
Todd
better
Gurley was the
player.
best. Todd Gurley was the
Yes,
best
we
football
know
player in
TG was the best
football.
offensive player on that
Like,
team, but Jared Goff was still in the running for those awards. He put up numbers. He beat Mahomes. That was that year they had that ridiculous
yeah,
ass
yes, it
showdown of
was.
a game with a defense with Aaron Donald on it, giving up 40-something points, and he went and outdueled Patrick Mahomes head to head. He did. He's done that. He got to the NFC Championship game against the Niners. They lost. We beat them. I was happy about it. Obviously, I'm a Niners fan. Then last year, 15, 20-something players on fucking defense injured, and he was forcing and he got caught. Forcing again. It was the second game of the year like that. He did it against Houston, and this time it bit him in the ass. Because unlike Houston, Jaden was putting the motherfucking in the end zone and scoring touchdown.
Golf was the reason they lost that Super Bowl. Yeah, golf absolutely was the reason they lost
Golf
that
was not
Super
the only reason
Bowl.
they lost the Super Bowl. They scored 10 fucking points.
Is it?
Or they what was it, 10 to
He
3 or some
he he
shit?
did not, but he didn't look good in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
They
neither
they
did the guy you
played, they
just said was the
stacked the
best
box.
offensive player. Todd Gurley didn't look good either. None of them look good. They
Yeah,
all look
because
bad.
they stacked the box and they dared Jared Goff to beat them, and he
Okay, they
couldn't.
also had Bill Belichick calling that defense. So let's not act like he was going against the
I'm not
fucking
I'm not
Rams.
saying that's not to account for it,
Okay,
bro.
so the greatest defensive mind that we of our era that we've seen coach a defense beat him. Okay, great. He lost. They traded him. Cool. They didn't think he was good enough. They sent him to Detroit, which was supposed to be quarterback hell, and he turned Detroit around to a perennial playoff team. Nobody saw that shit coming. We thought that nigga went to Detroit to die off. Real shit. And that's not the case. I'm not saying he's top 5, he's the greatest quarterback in the league or none of that shit. I just think if he's at 10. If nothing else, I got him at 10. He's performed consistently with the exception of those 3 games. He's been consistent.
Consistency doesn't make you a top tier quarterback, Mike. It's still about
It
to play on
helps.
the
What do you
field.
mean it don't? You putting niggas
It's
in that's
about to
not even
play.
playing full. You
It's
can't
still
put
about
people
to
in the
play on
top
the
10 that's
field.
not playing full seasons though,
It's
bro.
still about to play on the field.
And that's
Is
fine,
he
bro. But so
playing
then if you're
better
not
than
available to
10
play
other
on the
guys?
field, how are you above me if you're not available?
He's above him because when these guys are playing, we watch them play. He's putting up similar numbers, and
Not
he's
because he's not even
better.
playing a full
He's
season to play at that
better. He's
similar
more
numbers.
accurate. He has a
He's
better deep
not.
ball. He's more athletic. He could create more out the
How?
pocket.
Dak don't even run no more
He,
because
and
he's
he
scared to get
still is
hurt.
more athletic than Jared Goff. And that should tell you
So if
something.
I'm athletic and I don't use my athleticism, am I helping or
He
hindering
does
my
use his
team?
athleticism. He doesn't use it as much as he once did, but he still does.
We saw that man run for the first time last week, and I don't know how long when he ran for that first
Mike,
down. And
he's
still,
still recovering from an injury. Mike, I mean, I'm not saying the nigga Lamar
so right,
Jackson.
say it
I'm
again. He's
saying
still doing
he's
what?
more athletic.
Recovering from being.
I'm not saying the man is the most dynamic runner with the football. I'm
No, the
saying
man is
he's better
recovering
at
from
it than
injury
Jared
because he's
Goff.
always hurt, bro. That's the problem. You
He's
can't
better.
always be hurt and still be better than me. And I'm playing and putting up 30 plus touchdowns, maybe 10 picks, 4,000-5,000 yard seasons and shit. And you
He's
playing.
better. He's better than him because when you turn the film on, you watch them two play. He goes through his progressions better. He goes through the reads better. He reads
I don't
defenses
agree
better.
with that.
He's more
I don't agree with
accurate.
that.
He's more precise. That's why
He's
he's
not.
better.
We've
Yes,
seen him make
but he
terrible. No, we've
is.
seen the same way you've seen Jared Goff make dumbass decisions. We've seen Dak throw some stupid ass passes or some terrible picks. We've seen a lot of his shit get dropped too. There should have been picks when niggas just dropping the shit.
I'm
So
not
we can't
denying
do
that.
that.
I'm not denying that.
He's not.
I'm
He's
not
not
denying
playing
that.
better football. He's not a better player than Jared Goff. He's not playing better. And I don't even like Jared Goff for real. That's the crazy part. But I'm not gonna give it to somebody that's not even available, bro.
No, we're talking. Your argument is the availability, man. Like
My
it's
availability is
cool
the biggest part of it. How you better than me on the field when you're not on the field?
because he's still better. But that
He's
doesn't
not though.
me being hurt does not now make you better than me. That's like saying Saquon
If you're
Barkley was worse
consistently
than
hurt,
fucking. That's like saying Saquon Barkley when he was getting hurt all those years was worse than fucking Tariq Cohen or some shit. No, he wasn't. He was still better than these guys.
it's
He
not
just
like
was
that.
hurt.
Because if I'm putting up Pro Bowl caliber seasons consistently, and you're not on the field and you're hurt consistently, you don't just because you came back healthy, you done played 2 good games, does not mean that you're better than me. I'm available. I'm putting up similar numbers. I'm more accurate because he has a higher completion percentage, and I'm taking my team further into the playoffs than you're taking your team. How the hell
That's
are you
because
better than
Detroit
me?
is better than the Lions. That doesn't mean Jared Goff is better than Dak Prescott.
So then,
And
at
yes,
what point?
he
So
has a
then,
higher completion.
on one hand, you'll say is he got better weapons. So then you're penalizing the nigga for having better weapons. Then
I'm
you'll
not
say
penalizing him. I'm just saying the
you
reality of
are
the
because
situation.
when I brought up he was more accurate, you're talking about how coverage is playing 15 yards off. That's not his fucking problem, T. I can't play DC for you and play offense for me.
I'm not saying
That they both
that's
in the
his
NFC.
problem,
They
but
playing the
that's the
same caliber
reality that
teams
he
every
is
year.
in. The reality is that he's not who people are preventing from beating them on that team. They're preventing from CD Lamb and Dak beating them. So they're going to roll coverages to minimize the field of Dak Prescott's number one and not worry about what the fuck whoever they got in the backfield is Javonte Williams or Turpin or whoever the case may be back there. It's more difficult for Dak to put up his numbers, especially being the fact that he has a lesser talented team and a much worse defense. And still on top of those things, even if we go back to last year when they still had Micah, he put up better, not last year, the year before last, he put up just as good as numbers, if not better, to the point where he earned an all-pro nod and MVP conversations where he finished, I believe, second in MVP. And we've
And
never
then
had these
what happened when he
discussions
got to
about
the
Jared Goff,
so
despite the
then
fact
what
that
happened when he
he's
got in the
always
playoffs?
had these numbers. It's because we see him play and we know he's not the main cause of why these teams are doing what they're doing.
There's not a Jared Goff runs the system he's asked to run.
Burrow's not the most accurate quarterback. He knows he's not. But if we're going off the numbers, like he's saying, it will be Goff. That's like saying
no. What I'm saying is the
Lamar
numbers play a
Jackson.
role. You just
That's like
use
saying,
numbers.
hold on,
You
wait,
just
time out.
use numbers
That's like
to
saying
boost
Lamar
the
Jackson is the best passer of all time because Lamar Jackson became the best, has the best career passer rating now. And
no,
I love
not,
Lamar,
it's
but we
not
know
like
that's bullshit.
that.
We got to
It's not
go
like
off more than
that.
just the numbers.
It's not. We're not just you just use numbers to tell me that Dak finished second in MVP and was all pro and some more shit.
Those aren't statistics. Those are what his literal on the field play earned him. You don't get just
based
those
on the
conversations
numbers and
based
wins that
on
he
numbers
compiled,
and
right?
play. Based on
Okay,
numbers
based on
and
the
play.
numbers and wins he compiled, correct?
Numbers and play, yes. But you can't just sit here and say a
you
guy's
can't
more
then
accurate
turn
because his completion
around.
percentage is higher.
You
That's not how
can't then
accuracy
turn
works.
around. You can't then turn around and say, "Well, Jared Goff has better talent around him." So that's why like that shit. That's not his problem, bro. Like he don't draft the team. He plays.
He
one
don't draft the
position.
team. He don't pick the team. He don't pick the
Okay,
defense he goes
so
against.
if
I'm
I'm
not saying any of that,
maximizing
Mike.
my
I'm saying
weapons,
when you
whether
turn
they're
the
better or
games on,
not,
who's the better player? That's
both
what
of
I'm
them have
saying.
one All-Pro offensive player at receiver.
And he's who?
Right? So he got CD, he got St. Brown.
What are you?
Right?
Are we forgetting the? Are we forgetting the offensive lines? Are we forgetting the running backs?
Well, he's doing it still this year, and the captain of the offensive line retired for one, and they have injuries on the offensive line as well so far. I think they like left guard or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the left guard got hurt as well, and they still put up 56. Granted, it was Chicago, but still, after losing the way they did week 1, they bounced back and scored 56 points. So you can't say on one hand it's because he got better weapons. That's not his fault, bro. All you could do is play with what you got. Like nobody was sitting here taking away from Pat Mahomes when he had Tyreek Hill. Nobody was sitting there saying, "Oh, well, it's just because he got Tyreek and Kelsey." Niggas was no. Pat is the GOAT. He's the GOAT of this era. He's the second greatest quarterback of all time. Oh, he might be the GOAT over Brady. Nobody was talking about, oh, because he got Tyreek Hill. Oh, because he got Travis Kelsey. Oh, because he got a Hall of Fame caliber coach and Andy Reid and all that shit. Nobody was fucking doing that. So then why were we talking about Jared Goff? Oh, well, he got a better team. He got this, he got that. That's not the nigga's fault. You can only play with who's on the field with you. So granted, having them weapons, he's maximizing those weapons. We've seen niggas have good weapons and shit to bed all the time and look terrible.
Yeah, like Jared
Tua
Goff.
Tagovailoa right now got Jalen Waddle, A-Chain, and Tyreek Hill, and their offense looks shitty. So it's not just based on the weapons. You got to be able to do your damn job. He does his job at a high level.
There's no denying that. But at the end
So
of the
then,
day,
to me, that level is top 10.
we
You
talk
name
about
8
Mahomes the way
quarterbacks.
we talk about Mahomes because Mahomes, we turn the games on, we see the numbers. Yes, the numbers have not been fantastic, but when you ask him to be the best, when you need him the most, he's been the best performing quarterback in the fourth quarter. He's been the less prone of turning over or making mistakes in the fourth quarter. And that's on top of the fact he still has had the playoff success. And that's something that Jared Goff has not had. Yes,
So
he's
when
won
Pat
playoff
loses in
games.
the
Yes, he's
playoffs, do
made
we
it to
ever
the
blame
conference
Pat?
championship. Huh?
When Pat loses in the playoffs, do we ever blame Pat?
Yes, I did.
No.
We just had this conversation. We
The
just had this
masses don't.
conversation last week.
Yes, that was the masses though. It's the
We're not
O-line
talking
was
about the masses. We're
okay. We
talking
talking
about this
about
conversation right
overall what the
now. We're talking
players'
about what we're
position
talking
was.
about.
Okay,
You
so
can't. We can't listen. At the end of the day, the productivity, the production matters. I'm not saying it does not matter, but what I'm saying is the production and your numbers are just as important as what you see on the film and what you see on the field. Like these, at the end of the day, we still have to
what I
turn the
see on the
games on and
field is
watch these
Jared
players.
Goff. What I see on the field is Jared Goff. Like
He's not doing anything that 10 other quarterbacks in the league cannot do, Mike. That's
you didn't
my
name
point.
10, you gave
He's
me
not doing
8. So what?
anything any other
So then
quarterback
who are
can't
the
do.
other 2? Because you gave me 8.
Jordan Love is better. I didn't even name Jordan Love. He's better than Jared Goff.
What makes Jordan Love better than Jared Goff?
Jordan Love is, first of all, better athlete, stronger arm. He's better in the pocket. His pocket awareness is better. He's better outside the pocket.
Is he more
He's
accurate?
just as accurate.
No, he's not. He's turnover prone. No, he's not. He throws some of the worst fucking interceptions. We just talked about this last week. He throws some of the worst interceptions we've
Jared
seen.
Goff does the same shit. Like, what are we saying? Like, it would be different if Jared Goff was good with
playing the
like all the
quarterback
time or
position in the
consistent. He
NFL.
does the same
With the
shit.
exception
Like,
of one, Jordan Love had one good year and has been dog ass since then. With the
no,
exception
he has
of
not. He was hurt. He was not dog ass last year. He was hurt.
So then,
He was hurt.
if you're hurt, and then you come back and you turn that motherfucker over. He's looked great this year, by the way. So he's playing excellent. I just want to make sure I'm clear on that. He's playing excellent so far this year. He's taking care of the ball. He's doing what he's supposed to do. The Nick, so he hurt, and then when he was playing, he was turning that bitch over. He was literally throwing interceptions left and right. He was fumbling, losing fumbles left and right. That's what he was doing. We were watching it. We saw it. The only great game he had when he came back or post-injury was when they blew the Cowboys out, which Nerve showed your boy Dak at home in the playoffs, by the way, got blitzed by Jordan Love. 42 to 17, 19, whatever the score was.
Dak didn't play bad that game. Dak didn't have a bad game. He wasn't great, but he didn't play bad.
But you're telling me he top 10. So what's
I said he's better
bad?
than Jared Goff.
Every time they
Jared
score,
Goff.
so the same reason we kicking Jared Goff ass with these dumb turnovers and these terrible decisions.
No, it's not. It's not just that. My see, you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is you just got to talk about how
when I turn the games on and watch these niggas play football, they're better than Jared Goff. That's what I'm saying.
Dak Prescott is not better than Jared Goff when I turn on the table and watch the both of them boys play. He's not.
Yes, he is. And why is he not? Well, why is he not? Why is he not?
He's more turnover prone. He's not as accurate, like I stated.
I don't agree with that at all.
Okay,
I think
so we don't agree on the points that I'm
that.
making, which is fine. We don't have to agree, but I'm telling you why he's better than me. We don't agree on him, and that's perfectly fine. But he's a better quarterback to me. He's playing the quarterback position better than Dak right now.
I don't agree with that.
Dak has been hurt.
We could agree. We agree to disagree.
Yeah,
I don't
may have
think
been hurt, so
it
can't be above me.
Love is better at everything. LOL.
He's not.
Context
He ain't even been healthy enough. You just said the man been hurt.
Listen. At the end of the day, man, I don't agree. Goff not top 10 in my book. But hey, we can move on. Let's move off into the last topic of the night, man. 14-14 right now I have for the Dolphins against the the Bills. Dolphins went down and scored the last second drive before the Dolphins scored on the last drive of the first half before it all ended. Let's see if they keep the momentum going in the second half. But last discussion I want to have is how good would this player be today? And we got Andre Johnson on the board, man, the natural. Hey, big up to my boy. Was recently named into the Hall of Fame, man. Miami boy, you feel me? Hey, love to see it. But first name I got, man, level 1. We got Rome Odunze.
Yeah, it is Johnson.
Next name, next level, next name. We got Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Andre Johnson.
Next name, we got level 3. DK Metcalf.
Andre Johnson. DK can't even run routes.
You say he can't even run.
Hell no. Jackson Smith better than DK. That's why they let him walk.
All right. Next name we got, man. Level 4. I got Puka Nacua.
Andre Johnson. It's close, but I'm
Okay.
taking Andre Johnson.
All right. Level 5 is gonna get a little spicy. We got 6 levels. Level 5. I got Tyreek Hill.
I'm gonna go with Dre just for the consistency aspect. Bigger body too, so bigger catch radius. I'm gonna take Dre. Slight though, very slight.
All right. So level 6, final level. We got Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. That's where I gotta stop. Taking screens 80 yards to the crib, man. It's making niggas miss. He's shifty. Run every route on the tree with his eyes closed. Catch radius crazy. Speed flying by motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go. Jamar. I'm gonna have to go Uno for sure.
For sure. Respect. For sure.
I should
Best
have
in the
knew he was gonna make
business.
level 6. I knew he was gonna make him level 6.
Best in the business, man, like I said before, man. But hey, he plays like a my boy Mike said he plays like a running back with a ball in his hands. For sure, he does. I told people coming out when he was coming out of college. I know a lot of people said he was a generational receiver already, but I told people it would be the biggest mistake of the Dolphins' life if they don't draft Jamar Chase. And well, what do you look at, But
Who did
hey,
they take
man,
that draft?
we took Jalen Waddle, but
And what?
6 they traded back and they took him.
Oh, you right. What's his name went 5.
Yeah, Penei
Damn.
Sewell. Penei Sewell went 5. Chase went 4.
Chase went 4.
But
What
hey,
pick did y'all
man,
have in that draft? Top 3?
we had the 4th pick. The Bengals just traded up.
Oh yeah, I'd have stayed there. I'd let the Bengals take Jalen Waddle.
But hey, man, that'll be it for the show tonight, man. Appreciate those tuning in who did tune in. Appreciate Will always showing love, even if he couldn't be on here tonight. If for those who are not doing so already, be sure to hit like, subscribe on the YouTube channel, man. We are currently live right now on YouTube, on Facebook. Be sure to follow us on TikTok and Instagram as well. The platform name is all the same, man. LastWord Production. So before we head out, Mike, you got anything else you want to say?
A bang bang Niner game, man. That's it.
All right. I appreciate it, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Yes, sir.